A big day for the American Athletic Conference, adding in 6 new members. One of those, the Charlotte 49ers. Of the 16 schools in the UNC system, Charlotte is the fastest growing over the last decade. It's also experienced growth and tremendous strides on the courts, fields, pools, everything. And joining me now to talk everything about Charlotte is Athletic Director Mike Hill. Mike, first off, thank you so much and welcome to the American. When you started at Charlotte in February of 2018, you said, quote, "We're not in it to be ordinary, we're in it to be extraordinary." How does this day, this move to the American demonstrate the extraordinary?
Well, I think, first of all, thanks for having me, Morgan. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. We are thrilled to be members of this fantastic league. And when I reflect back on those comments from 3.5 years ago, really, I believe that today validates what we meant by that. And I consider the trajectory of our own athletic program and our university, and really in many ways how it mirrors the trajectory of excellence of the American. And you think about the origins of this league and where it started and where it is today and what it became, what it has become. I think there's a very similar storyline here when it comes to Charlotte 49ers athletics as well as our institution. So, we're in this thing not just to be members, we're intending to win championships. And that's not going to be easy, we know, because the competition level is outstanding in this conference. But we are serious about trying to be excellent in everything that we do here and to deliver really a gold standard experience for our student athletes and for our fans. And we intend to do that. So that's what we meant then, and that's what today is a realization of that dream. But in a lot of ways, this is now just sort of the next starting point for us to demonstrate our capabilities.
When you take a look at your football program specifically, to go from FCS to FBS to now a Power 6 conference, all in a decade, what does that say about the growth for the potential, really, of Charlotte athletics as a whole?
We talk a lot around here about realizing our potential instead of just identifying our potential. We all can see, if you come to our campus and you see and as well as our city, and see everything that we have and the resources that we have at our disposal, you recognize pretty quickly, wow, this place has potential. But frankly, our fans are a little weary of that. We have made it a point, a commitment to start realizing the excellence that we can produce here. And so we've seen that over the last few years as an entire athletics program. Last year, we had our finest year ever. Overall, we finished in the top 100 of the All Sports Directors Cup nationally. We had the best overall finish in our conference last year for all 18 sports. And so we had a record 4 teams in NCAA postseason play, in a really tough year with COVID, right? So, we set fundraising records for 3 straight years. We've had record enrollment growth. So on and on and on, all of the positives that come into play here at Charlotte are really special. And when you talk specifically about football, again, I think it's reflective of our institution. We're a young university. We're celebrating our 75th anniversary this year, and we're a young football program. We only started playing football in 2013. I know Coach Healy doesn't like me to talk about our football program anymore because we've been around long enough that we expect to win, right? But that is a remarkable achievement to have started FCS football 2013. We didn't play our first season of FBS football until 2015, and just 5 years later, we played our first bowl game. And this year, we hosted our first ever ACC opponent, and we won that game on national television. So I don't think there's any question that I think those are the traits, the characteristics that the American is looking for to demonstrate the realization of that potential.
Well, speaking of football head coach Will Healy, he's just one of the 7 new head coaches that you've hired as AD. But with that, why has he really been the right fit for Charlotte in his tenure?
Will is a special talent, and we recognize that from the outset. He has a charisma about him, but more than anything, an authenticity. He's a genuine person who just loves people, and he connects well with people, and he has made us relevant on our campus, in our city, in our state, quite frankly, nationally. I mean, I think people across the country have heard of Club Lit before, thought that, right? Previously, Charlotte football was still sort of a newer program, and Will's made us relevant, and he's made us super competitive. We're currently in first place in our standings and off to another great year this year. And so I think the job that Will has done has again demonstrated what we can become. And we're so proud of the job that he and our coaching staff and our young men have pulled off here during the course of his tenure.
Just last year, Charlotte Athletics introduced its bold new logo. Give us, what's the inspiration behind the new identity?
You know, it's tough when you start looking at logos and brands because people have strong affinities, especially for their alma maters, right, or the institution they're connected with. So you typically try not to mess with those kinds of things. But when we did an assessment, a brand assessment, we determined that we really needed to sort of remake our brand and our look. There wasn't enough invested in the previous marks, in our opinion, that resonated with our fans or within the region. And so we went to the drawing board. We partnered with a local firm here in Charlotte, Luke Wire, who did a phenomenal job, and actually a Charlotte alum designed our new look. And we call that the All NC, which of course is the C with the 49ers pickaxe inside. And the C, of course, represents Charlotte, which is how we're referred to, the Charlotte 49ers. But it also was designed to be simple and clean and easy to remember and recognize, as well as connect us to our city. And so we use the C, and we also use the abbreviation CLT to connect us to our great city of Charlotte. And it has really taken root here in our community and regionally.
Lastly, Mike, what's the number one thing that stands out about the Charlotte 49ers that you want the American and all of its fans to know?
Charlotte 49ers have an incredible resilience, you'll find. There's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder of our alums and our students to kind of prove themselves. And I think that really defines the 49er spirit. And so when you come to our gorgeous campus and our incredible city, it's going to be one of the favorite stops, I can promise you, for fans when they come to Charlotte to compete against us. But you're going to see a team and a program that is going to fight like heck to beat you. And in the end, you're going to know you've been in a battle because our team is resilient and tough.
Well, it's certainly one place that I'm looking forward to traveling here in a couple of years. Mike, thank you so much, and a big warm welcome from all of us here at the American Athletic Conference. We're thrilled to have you on board.
Thank you so much, Morgan. We're excited, and go Niners.